Okay, today we're going to talk quickly about planning. So, why a plan? The simple answer is because it saves you time and it makes things a lot easier for you. Whether you have a research project, for example the subject research project, or whether you have an assignment for, say, English or peace studies, where you have to do some research, you need to use planning before you start as one of your research skills. So the first thing you need to do is work out, what do I already know? Okay, and use your prior knowledge, things that you already know. Then you might need to move your things around a bit, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. You need to put your ideas in the most logical or sensible order, so how you understand them the best or how they might be written more clearly. Ask yourself, what information do I have that's actually about my topic? So if my topic is about climate change, the only thing I should be writing about is climate change. Then you need to work out, is there any information I still need? Do I have any questions that I haven't yet answered? Or maybe I already know something, but I need to find evidence that what I think is true. As part of your planning, you'll need to work out keywords, especially if you're looking at Google. So if you're looking for websites to find your information, you'll need to make sure that you think about what kind of words you're going to type in to make sure you get the right answers. That will save you a lot of time. As you go, make sure you're checking in with your teacher and saying, does this look like I'm on the right track? Again, it will save you time. Okay, so let's look at two main forms of planning. The first one is mind mapping. Now, mind mapping is where you write your main idea in the middle here. You can see it's should Australians have to pay tax? And then all your other ideas come out around the outside. So our three main sub-ideas here, so we've got our heading and our subheadings. Funding important things or paying for important things. The idea that people don't like paying, and a sense of community, or everybody working together to make these things. Okay, so what I do is I start with my topic in the middle, and when I think, all right, well, why should we or why shouldn't we, then I put my first main ideas around the outside. So you can see I've got circle in the middle, and then a slightly bigger circle which has my three main ideas. When I have more answers or more information, or if I just want to add more detail, that's when I move out again. So you can see for funding important things or paying for important things, my other ideas are schools, police, hospitals and roads. And going out again from the middle, it's something that only the government can afford because they're really expensive. Again, if we talk about our sense of community, then going out again from the middle, everybody works together, everybody has the job of giving money, everyone uses emergency services like police or hospitals or ambulances, and we've got a community feeling. We all work together, we all pay money to help all of us out. So that's an example of mind mapping. That I tend to find is most useful when I'm starting to research a topic, and I do that first so that I know what kind of keywords I want to look for. If I'm looking on Google, I might look at a question, funding important things, like what does Australian tax money pay for? That might be my question in Google, and then I would expect to see some of these answers, and then I can use my information in my work. One of the other things, especially for text structure, and this is if you're doing an essay or a report, is subheading planning. So subheading planning looks a little bit like this. Now, subheading planning means that we put our main question at the top, and then we have our subheadings. Now, a subheading or sub means under. So you can see that this goes down the page, heading at the top and then other smaller headings that go under. So it's the same thing here, the same question. Should Australians have to pay tax? Introduction, funding important things, community responsibility. And then I put my ideas like this. Now, you'll notice it's the same answers in both the mind map and in the subheading planning like this. But this one helps me to write an essay more quickly, because already when I put all my answers together, and this is where we say put them in the right order, when I put all my answers together, it makes it quick and easy for me to see my paragraphs. So all of my main points or ideas are in one paragraph each, and I've got my keywords there so that I'm ready to start writing my sentences. For example, this paragraph might go something like, one argument for Australians paying tax, or one reason that we should pay tax, is because tax funds important things. Our tax money is used by the government to create many things like schools, hospitals, police, and all government projects, as well as roads. So state taxes fund schools by, and then I keep writing my answer. So if I have it planned this way, then it's nice and easy for me to see that. Now, subheading planning is good for a few things. It's good for making sure that we have a nice clear order to write in. It helps us think more and add some detail. So every time we put one of these little parts here, we add more information and more detail, and you can write your keywords and phrases straight into sentences. Remember that if you're writing a conclusion and an introduction, you leave them for last. You don't need to include any new information there, and if you can, you try and use linking sentences to connect your paragraphs. For now, that's two of the main techniques that I recommend for doing any planning. I hope this was useful to you. Have a very good rest of your day.